It looks like the investors have finally entered the space of Lorcana. And we need to talk about what are the pickups that you should be getting in before the investors jump into these things. But before we do that, I just want to show you guys a couple of pickups that I did. I picked up the Into the Unknown from Raina Jafar, and I picked up the Olaf from the Shimmering Skies set, as well as I have the Pegasus, the DLC promo. I have the Mulan DLC promo right here. Gorgeous little car. And I pick up the D23 Little Taylor Mickey Mouse. My suggestion to you, pick up any sort of promo that are like championships promos, holofoil, or DLC promos, holofoil if you can, because you are not going to be able to pick up those promotions unless you buy them from another person. You cannot get those promos from any box or any sort of pack that you're going to get into, right? Now, with that said, I'm a little bit under the weather, so sorry about that if you hear me coughing or correcting my throat, but let's just jump over to TCG to see the prices. Now, over here in TCG, just want to explain to you guys real quick. In July, we're going to get Attack of the Vine, which means the next 4 sets after the first chapter and the next 3 sets after that are going to be rotated. So, for example, first chapter, Floodborn, Inklands, and Ursula's Return have all been out of rotation, which means it's probably safe to say that if you buy a box, a sealed booster box from this will not be reprinted. Now, that's a risk you're willing to take. You're more than welcome to. I always tell everybody at least pick up one box. A lot of these boxes are under $100, so it doesn't hurt to do. Except for a first chapter. That thing is expensive. Now, come July, the sets that are going to be rotated out are going to be Shimmering Skies, Azure IC, Arcasia's Island, and Reign of Jafar. These 4 sets are going to be rotated out. It seems like the investors that are coming into Lorcana are mostly focusing on Fable, Whispers, Winters, and the new set, Wilds Unknown. They're mostly focusing on Fable Seal and singles, but it looks like a couple of them have been focusing on winter spells, specifically the Elcibrion. It looks like, yes, that's what we're calling it, the Elcibrion, because it reminds me of the Sunbrion or Moonbrion from Pokemon side. Now, this car was $150 when I picked it up. It is now borderline $654, and then next after that is $900. I said it last video, this card is gorgeous. It should have been the iconic Winter, Snow, Elsa. That's what you think about. You don't think about Moana. You don't think about Pocahontas. I don't know why they did it, but they did it. I really see this card surpassing the iconics in price, which is going to be the first time we see that. Then again, we've only had like Wilds Unknown is going to be the first set that has iconics, so that's kind of not speaking a lot. But a lot of these cards are gorgeous. Like, when you really think about it, they're beautiful. However, they're not $650 gorgeous. I mean, it's up to you. But I think the cards that you should be picking up are from sets that are currently out of rotation or will go out of rotation. You can never go wrong with first chapter. These cards are very undervalued. The only reason why they're so cheap is because, number one, it's really hard to find a near mint copy of these cards that at least is gradable. And number two, because of that giant Costco bundle that they did with a bunch of like the binder and a bunch of packs with them. So this is why you're seeing a lot of these prices being very low. However, we don't know when these prices are gonna spike, when people go back and they're like, hey, these are undervalued, and all of a sudden you're gonna see this spiking. What I suggest you guys do is pick a niche and collect it. What I mean by that is like, hey, I want to collect all the Stitch. Hey, like me, I want to collect all the Frozen cards. Hey, I want to collect all the Aladdin World cards. Hey, I want to collect all the Mickey Mouses and goofies and minis and stuff like that. You could do that, and you will find more fun in that. You know, you want to collect all the Tinkerbells, whether it's enchanted or not, right? These are things you could get into. Now, the Stitch, you can go wrong. It's the first Stitch ever. It's the lightly play copy. I think a near mint is like 250 or 220. Now, if we go over to Shimmering Skies, which is going to be the next set that goes out of rotation in July, and this is really when the enchanted change. And what I mean by that is like right here, if you look at this enchanted, it has kind of like a pop-up little window. Well, this one is kind of like it gets cut, and then it has like the background fade in thing, which a lot of people didn't really like. Also, the hollow foil is just a regular hollow foil. One in Shimmer Skies, they kind of changed it and added a ripple effect. I kind of explained it and tried to show it as best as I could in the last video. But you can't go wrong with the Mufasa. A gorgeous Lion King, huge IP. The Scar is another good thing. You can't have Scar without Mufasa, right? Snow White. Snow White is the first Disney princess. If you guys didn't know, if you're collecting princesses, this is another one. If this is your favorite princess, I believe this is the first car she had, because I don't think she had one in first chapter. Yeah, I don't see one. So that's the thing. They have Olaf, which I got. I can't believe this car is $88 now. I picked it up for like, I think it was like 40. Yeah, that's crazy to think, right? These things, people are starting to see the undervalue of these cars, because remember, if you remember what I said before, you could only get one every case that has 4 booster boxes a case, and it's not even a guarantee, right? Just think about that. Now we go over to Azure IC, everybody's favorite set. Not really. People really hated the gold cars. A lot of people didn't like him. They found it to be kind of like they didn't really like him. However, Mike from Cardboard Kingdom was talking about it. He said that when he was packing the Tiana as he was shipping it out, because he was selling it, he was like, oh wow, this car is actually beautiful and I really like it. From Azure IC, I would say I love Baymax. That's a car that I really find pretty and very attractive. However, I'm sticking to collecting Frozen cards, so Baymax is not on my list. Again, I would say pick a niche and collect that way, and you'll find a lot more fun in the hobby than just trying to collect everything. This ain't Pokemon. You don't have to catch them all, you know? You could collect the Winnie the Pooh IP. That's a huge IP. It's up to you. And again, you could collect the princesses. That's another thing. The Arcasius Island. I regret not picking this card up when I could have. I think a near mint copy. Yeah, it's almost $200. You have Elsa and you have Anna, and the same thing with their mom. All is found. I can't believe I didn't pick this car up when I could have. Now the lowest listing in TCG is like 190, almost 200, and I think in eBay it's no better, right? Another niche that I'm thinking about starting to do here is picking up the Encanto cards. I don't know why all the Encanto cards are always very full of colors and they're gorgeous. And being from a Hispanic background, maybe I want to pick up these cards just because it's Encanto. But then, I don't know. I just really like it. They're very colorful, and I really love the colorful cards. Hence the fact why I picked up the freaking Frozen cards. They're very colorful, you know? There is, I mean, the Tamatoa is a good car right here. There is a lot of pretty cars, like the Bolt. It's not a huge IP, but I really like. I'm a dog lover, and I love the Bolt movie. It was a really nice movie, but it's up to you at the end of the day. Now, jumping over to Reign of Jafar. This is a beautiful set that gets undervalued a lot. You have Princess Jasmine. This card is gorgeous with the tiger, the whole thing. It's gorgeous car. I really love the colors in this car. You have Experiment 626. If you are a Stitch collector, you have like 4 Stitches in here. It's a gorgeous car. I believe it's not 160. Near mint is, yeah, it's like 180, almost under $200, cheaper than the Elcibrion, you know? You have the Into the Unknown. I picked this up along with the Olaf for close to, I think it was like 200. Oh my God. 350 lowest listing. That is insane. Somebody just picked up the recent copy that was here for like 220. Wow. All right, I'm glad I picked this up when I did. Um, you have the Mushu. I love the Mushu on Reina Jafar. It's a gorgeous Mushu. I love Mulan. If I would have picked another thing besides the actual Frozen world, I would have picked the Mulan world as well. That's just me. I love Mulan. I love Mulan cars. And again, we see another Encanto cars. You can see very colorful, very pretty. Like I said, I love the Encanto cars. Maybe I should stop saying it because then people are gonna go out and buy them, and I'm screwed. 101 Dalmatians, $60 for 101 Dalmatians. Cheap card, enchanted, hard to hit. These are things to think about. You got Lilo and Stitch. You got Lilo causing an uproar, right? This card is not. People thought it was gonna be playable, and it turned out not to be so playable. But I think a near mint copy, if you're collecting from the Stitch world, $80, close to $80. Again, it means no worries. This is another gorgeous card, lightly played. Yeah, I don't even know if I want to see near mint copies. Yeah, close to 300. This is disgusting. But people are starting to see the undervalued cards, and like I said, these sets are gonna go out of rotation. So a lot of people you're gonna see a lot of people pile in and buy a lot of these cards. My suggestion to you, if you're not picking enchanteds and you want to stick with Fable and above when it comes to enchanteds, epics, and things like that, I suggest for you guys to pick up promo cards. These cards are out of print. Whatever is out there is out there, and you're not gonna find anything. If you are a PSA collector, good luck trying to find a cheap one. If you are a singles collector like myself, don't expect to find any gradable copies out there. You're probably not going to see them, especially now how the market is going and then the investors are starting to jump in. Everybody's starting to send things out to PSA. However, 8 to 12 months from now, we might see a huge influx of PSA enchanteds coming into the market. So maybe we'll see prices dipping then. But until then, what are you guys collecting? Are you guys collecting a specific niche? Are you guys loving Lorcana? Are you a new investor to Lorcana? Are you just coming into Lorcana? What are you guys' thoughts and process with this whole thing? How are you approaching this new market? Are you collecting seal or are you collecting singles? Let me know everything down in the comments down below. I've been your host, BioLaser, and until next time, ladies and gentlemen, bye.